Roger in Los Angeles. Hey, Roger, thanks for listening over at ThomHartmann.com. What's up?
Hey, Tom, how are you?
Fine.
Hey, I actually attended the last Exodus International conference.
Mm-hmm.
And
wait a minute, Exodus International, the Pray Away the Gay group, the convert people from gay to straight? Okay.
Correct.
And this is the group that just collapsed 2 weeks ago when the leader, he wasn't the founder, although he claims to have been, the leader of the group came out and said, okay, I kind of like guys, and I apologize to everybody for all the damage I did to people, although I'm going to stay with my wife, is what he said, basically.
Yeah, correct. And, I went mostly just to be a fly on the wall, and sort of, because I was fascinated with the subject matter, and it was definitely fascinating. He's starting a new organization. I forget what it was called. He announced that on the first night. And it's going to focus on bridging homosexuals with churches in a more sort of loving and accepting community. The cynical part of me suspects that's because there's no longer necessarily money in gay conversion therapy, and these sort of, their numbers have, I guess, gone down in attendance at the conference. So that's what the cynical part of me says.
I think you may be right.
It was very interesting to be there, and it was also very sad in a way. Some of the speakers, while some, really lauded that they had same-sex attractions and that they overcame them and stayed with their wives, and their wives got up to speak with them, and they talked about their, and some of them were very happy. And, as we all know, there's probably a spectrum of homosexuality, and, some can probably kind of toe that line where, they can do that, but
where they're sort of functionally bisexual.
Yeah.
I wonder about that. I wonder if that might be the consequence of basically just being in the closet so long. It's almost a Stockholm syndrome kind of thing. And it sounds to me like what he's starting now is more of a support group for gay men who are in the closet and have decided to and who married as a way of being in the closet, and who have decided to stay with their wives. They're good friends, and now they're dealing with the fact that maybe they didn't need to do all that. It's like society has changed enough that. Go ahead.
Yeah, and those couples definitely did, appear to have come to the realization that, like, hey, we can deal with this. So almost like a heterosexual couple where the male and the female are both attracted to other people, but they don't act on it.
Right.
Because they love each other and they want to be together. One of the saddest stories was a couple, Rob and Linda Robertson, whose presentation is on YouTube already. They had a son who came out to them when he was 12, and they were a very religious family. And while they were very accepting of him being gay, they said, but you know how God feels about this. And from when he was, I think, about 12 to 18, their son, really, really tried and got into, scripture and trying to not be gay. And the parents were very supportive. And but he did eventually, get into drugs, and he ended up overdosing and dying, I think, at 20. And
that's the group that is the most at a highest risk for suicide in the United States is gay teenagers.
Yeah, and I think that was probably one of the most important messages of the conference, is that no matter how accepting and careful you think you might, and this was their message to the parents. They said, we thought we were doing the right thing. We were being supportive. We were trying to help our son. And, what we didn't realize is that we were teaching him to, hate this one thing about himself. And we didn't realize how ingrained that was with him. And it taught him to hate this thing about himself. It taught him to hate himself. And while they were very loving, that couldn't be separated. And I think that was a super important message, because, of course, now they have this, tragedy that can't be undone.
Yeah.
And, I think that was a very important message for really the whole country. If people watch that on YouTube, I think they'll be moved by it.
I agree. And I think that there's a lot more of this than we realize. I asked Dr. Paul, what's his last name? The guy who's in charge of the Family Research Council. And, I asked him, do you think that you're really secretly gay? And, and he basically refused to answer the question because Paul Cameron. Because it's like, who wakes up in the morning every day thinking about gay people except somebody who's gay?
You're listening to the Thom Hartmann Program. Call 866-987-THOM.
Which makes me wonder about Marcus Bachmann. You know, Michelle Bachmann yesterday, she said she was threatened by the Supreme Court's decision. Really?